Hello, everybody out there in social media land. It's me, Nurse Tanya, coming to you live. Let's see if I can adjust my lighting just a little bit here. I really love my new computer screen, this big old screen. Lighting is always an issue. That might be a little bit better. So today is like kind of a whammy out there in the atmosphere. One, it should be the full moon. That's what my calendar says. So wherever you're at, you should be experiencing that full moon. We love the moon, and absolutely, this moon is not a new agey thing. It's not a witchcraft thing. It is a spiritual sign. It was placed in the heavens by our creator as a sign, as a way to keep track of time's passing. The moon controls the tide, it controls the currents, it controls female reproductive cycles. That is, if you're not messed up with endocrine disruptors and all these other things. The moon is powerful. The sun, moon, and the stars. Again, it's not a new age thing. It's not a science thing. The creator put them in the heavens for us to pay attention. Now, speaking of that, it's also April Fool's Day. So, anybody, if we want to get some debate going in the comments, like, let's do it. That's like not really my platform, like all those conspiracy and those things. But did you know that April Fool's Day is connected to the true calendar? So, again, talking about the creator and his calendar does not start on January 1st. Somewhere along the line, I don't know the specifics, but that got changed. We can look it up, you can Google it. That got changed, and January 1st became our new year. But April 1st is the creator's new year, is the seasonal new year, and that's why they say April Fools. They say that anybody still on that system is a fool. So I don't know about you, but I'm willing to be a fool. I'm willing to go against the grain and question everything. So, hey, I see a couple people out there. Go ahead and jump in the comments and tell me where you're at. Tell me what you're doing. This conversation today is going to be a little off the cuff. I didn't really have much of a plan. I never have much of a plan, but I do kind of find myself on the same subject most of the time. It's true.
If you're ready to take back control of your health, you're in the right place. Welcome to Awaken Wellness with me, Tanya Candy, registered nurse and health coach. Now, I'm not your typical nurse. I consider myself divorced from traditional healthcare. I broke free of the sick care system in 2019 when I realized that the root cause to my sickness, my autoimmune disease, and my chronic pain was me. If you're ready for truth, for clarity, for honesty in a tough, love, compassionate way, I'm the coach for you. Join me while we dig into our root causes of sickness and disease.
Okay, so digging in, we're going to talk about a few things. So I mentioned already it was a full moon, so I'm going to show you a bunch of different protocols and a bunch of different products. And then I am going to show you just some light liver work. So this big old screen is so distracting. I don't love that angle. Well, we'll see about that. No matter what, I feel like I just can't look at you. Like my camera is up so high. So, anyway, distracted. And sorry if you feel like I'm not making eye contact with you. I am going to consult my notes. So, if you're on my email list, I put out a little blog about about you. I want you to think about for a second, when was the moment that you first started to feel your age or too old, older than you actually are? What slipped first? Was it your energy, your sleep, your mood in general? Maybe had some weight creeping up. I think we can safely say that that doesn't usually happen all at once, but you might be able to think of a thing. Sometimes it's even an emotional event. Maybe it's a loss, like a death, someone close to you, or a physical accident can really trigger a stress response in your body. So we have physical stress, emotional stress, chemical stress from like the foods we eat, the environments that we live in, and all those things play into our cellular health. Our I do a really fun test. If you come to see me, it's a bioenergetic test, and we just put a gadget on your wrist and then run 5 minutes, and the software scans your body. It kind of does like a heart scan, a stress scan, and a cellular health scan. So it'll tell us your energetic age versus your biological age. Now, people love it when they're energetically younger than they are, and nobody likes it when they're energetically older than they are. But all of these things it's a cellular level. It comes down to how are your mitochondria functioning, right? That mighty mitochondria, the little cellular batteries. In high school biology or science class, they kind of led us to believe there was one mitochondria per cell, which couldn't be further from the truth. Your brain, your major muscles, and your heart is where they're most concentrated. So, for a lot of people, when that mitochondria starts to kind of decelerate, when it loses its charge, that brain fog and your emotional wellness, your sleep is where you first kind of feel it. And can we recharge? Absolutely, absolutely. It's not just one thing. It's lifestyle modifications, nutritional, cleaning things up, and we have to be really intentional. It's very easy to slip into a dis-ease place of life, but we have to be very, very intentional to reverse disease or to prevent disease, even to stay feeling like the age we're at. But many, many, many of the people that I work with, myself included, I'm 53 and I feel better in my 50s than I did in my 30s. Now, is everything sunshine and roses and perfect? No. But had I not have interfered with that dis-ease process when I did, I would be in a pickle right now. So, one of the first little things I want to talk about is seasonal nutrition and seasonal eating. It's super old fashioned. This is absolutely nothing new. When it comes to a lot of things, animals are smarter than humans. Animals, they respond to the moon cycles, to the seasons. Their body reacts when the days start getting shorter and colder. They put on extra hair to take care of themselves. When the days reverse, when the sun is more abundant, when the weather's changing, they start shedding. And then they know intuitively, well, not all of them. There's some mishaps that happen too. I wouldn't argue that for a minute. But intuitively, they eat with the seasons. And humans should too. Now, I'm not going to spend all day going into this. You can get on the internet yourself, you can research it. I'm not here to give you more information on that. The information is available. But seasonally, our ancestors, they ate seasonally. So in the spring, when fresh plants are abundant, that's how they ate. They ate fresher. In the winter, they ate what they had put up, what they dehydrated, what they froze if it was, that far ahead that a freezer was around. But the food, the winter food was not fresh. It was in a different state. It was preserved or it was dehydrated. So the body responds to that. Not that we can't eat fresh living food all winter because now it is available in the grocery stores. What I'm saying is that's going against nature. And not that it's wrong, but it's going against nature. So bringing this conversation over to seasonal house cleaning, even emotionally in the spring, in the fall. I don't know about you, but in the spring, I want forward movement, right? Like we think about spring cleaning, you want to freshen up your house, you want to clean out the closets, you open up the windows, and you're inviting that freshness back in after the winter sludges, after the winter staleness. And we can transfer these thoughts, these concepts over to our body as well. So, the first offer that I have for you, whether you can stop in and see us in person, whether you are on my website or follow me virtually, these offers are available to you. I've been posting specifically about this offer in this season. So if you follow me on Facebook, there's posts you can scroll through Awaken Wellness and just click the link and it will take you there. So I know it can be confusing. There's so many different places that you can find me. There's different protocols, there's different places that you can shop. So the place that I've been posting the link for is going to take you to Designs for Health, and they have their own shopping website. Now, I'm posting that right now because that's where I can give you the best discount. I have some control there. I can create a discount code and I can offer you, the people who are following me, a discount on that, which who doesn't appreciate a discount, right? Now, the other thing I'm kind of miffed about, and I'm gonna share it and just get it off of my mind. Um, we know that people like me who tell a different side of the truth or a different perspective, an awakened perspective, we often get picked on a little bit. We get shadow banned. So anytime you see my posts, anytime you like, share, follow, that helps. That helps the algorithm because they want to suppress this kind of information. And I'm just super, it has me in a little bit of a backpedal, a little bit of a backspin. This week I got an email from my website carrier. I used Stripe as a payment option on my website. So I had an online store there where we had products from the retail end. I had packages like this liver cleanse and the little vault and things that you could buy. Well, Stripe decided that they don't like me anymore. They don't like Awakened Wellness. They don't align. I don't align with their brand, apparently. But the funny thing is, that's who I use in the store, even with an NPI number, and I can take HSA cards and do all that, but not on my website. I think it may have been my affiliation with peptides or possibly even like I do have in my store on the website, I had black salve. I didn't call it that because I know that would get me in trouble or scrubbed. So it's Native American ointment, but talking about healing the big C that happens on your skin. And then lately, I've been going live. We're having peptide roundtable conversations, which I know social media does not love. That's where if you're not seeing my stuff pop up, I knew I was running that risk when I start having these open conversations. But I think they're worth it. So the backup plan is always get on my email list. Get on my email list. You can go to my link in bio on any platform or just go to Awaken Wellness LLC and fill out one of those pop ups. If I disappear, my backup plan is to go over to Skool. That's Skool. I think it is a really cool platform. I think it's worth using, um, but time, energy, right now, there's a lot of you out here who are following me on Facebook, and Facebook has been my jam, but I know that, I've got a couple of strikes against me. So if I disappear, that is the emergency hatch is one, just get on my email list so I don't lose you. And I absolutely do, especially with the peptide portion of my business. I do cold market messaging. So, I know a lot of people are skeptical of that because, like you and me, we get so many fake friend requests and all of that. Um, but that is something I'm telling everybody I know about peptides. So yes, that can be me. Let me get back on track. So we were talking about your um seasonal eating, seasonal cleaning. Now, this time of year is your liver is naturally wanting to clean a little bit deeper, just like your house, right? So, was talking about my Facebook post. There's some clickable links. I will be putting out more. I've got like a little education vault that was $29.95 until my website decided or Stripe decided to discontinue that use on my website. So now it's free. So you can still get into that vault. It's $29.95. There's a really nice guide. So it guides you through, there's a little education why we do this detox, what your liver needs to make the different phases of detoxification work. And then you can get 20% off of the kit, which I'll show you in a second, or you can just follow the food plan and do 30 days and just do the food end of it. So, no matter where you're at with your finances, this is super affordable and I highly recommend it. Um, like I say, the link that I have is going to send you to Designs for Health. That's where I can give you the best discount. There's a discount code there in the Facebook post, and it's 20% off. And also, we've got a few that we stocked in the store. While supplies last, they're 20% off as well. So this is part of that kit that is with the Designs for Health, and you can choose a few different levels. So these packets, this is going to last a full month, and it's got 3 different products in there. The one product has got a lot of necessary amino acids to kind of power up your liver and help it get through those detoxification phases. And there's liver gallbladder support, and then there is detox antiox. So these are really great. Boost to that. I highly recommend that you follow the food plan as well, which it's super simple. It's structured very easy, and you'll find it all in that education vault. Now, if I get a notification that you have bought this package online, that you have take me up on that offer, that 20% off, I will automatically put you in that little vault where you'll get the food plan. So I'll be watching my email. I'll see that happen. Now, this company, they've taken it up a level. In the food plan, I'd recommend that you do one shake a day. You are going to do some food elimination. So, Designs for Health has a bigger option. This is paleo. I've got a sticky on there. It's 20% off. These are from the store. Now you can choose the paleo cleanse and it's chocolate and it's got the shake in here with it. And this is, you do need to be aware, this is only 14 days. I would highly recommend that you do full 30 days. So it's going to be 2 kits. And the same packets, the same products are in here. They've just added the shakes as well. So you don't have to buy another shake. Now, I didn't drag this all into my office, but they also have a plant-based. So paleo is animal-based, like bone broth protein. They also have a plant-based that's like a strawberry flavor. So if you are more vegan, if you don't do animal protein, they have got a option for you as well. Now, again, how you're going to find these is you're going to go through my Facebook feed. It's on my Awaken Wellness page, and you're going to click the link. You're going to get 20% off, or just stop in the store. We have them on stock for you as well. So today is going to be super product heavy. I don't usually do this a whole lot, but this is kind of what was on my mind today. Sorry, I have the wiggles. Was to really let you know the ins and outs. Now, what I'm going to show you, we're going to go through some parasite cleansing options. I need to say first and foremost that if you're not pooping every day, your kids are not pooping every day, then you should not jump into a parasite cleanse. For me, from my perspective, full moon parasite cleansing is really more of a maintenance thing. So it's for people who are in good health, who want to stay healthy, or want to fine tune their health. Now, again, social media does not love anybody talking about parasites. The smart-ass way to test for a parasite is just go right here, put your fingers there on your neck. Just get quiet for a second. Find your pulse. That's it. That's the parasite test. We all know that everyone's got parasites. What are symptoms of like the parasites are really out of balance, they're run rapid, behavior problems for sure, food cravings, craving junk food, craving sugar, craving alcohol. Parasites love that stuff. Constipation or irritable bowel or diarrhea, either one, there's a really good sign that there's some parasite issues. Now, to do it right, I think each and every one of you should get in my program, my online group program. It's called the Great Health Reset. And we walk through 4 different phases, so 4 months of deep cellular level detoxification and parasite cleanse. In that program, we meet weekly for accountability. We monitor your symptoms in a group setting. We go over lifestyle enhancements. So really working on keeping these behaviors for life, right? We all know we get that extra weight, we get sleep issues, we get brain fog, and we just don't feel good. Aches and pains, parasites can absolutely be in the joint cavities as well as toxins and heavy metals. So in that program, the Great Health Reset, it gives you the systematic play-by-play. It was put together by a group of practitioners, not just me alone. So we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of people who have experienced this restoration. It's an amazing, amazing program that anybody could benefit from. So technically, after you graduate out of that 4-month program, then in the perfect world is when your full moon parasite cleansing comes in. When you follow up that program, making sure that you get the eggs, make sure that you get the new hatches, and then you move forward and you're changing your terrain. You're making your body a place that parasites do not want to live. Now, I absolutely, anybody can disagree or agree with me, but I think dis-ease in your body, it is rooted in parasites. When I say that word, it's an umbrella. It to me, that means anything that is stealing from you, anything that's stealing your nutrition, stealing your life forces is a parasite. Sometimes these parasites are people who are stealing your energy, who are robbing from you. But in the big category, we start with the big. We start with the gut. We start with the colon. It has to be open. You have to be pooping. Then we move up deeper into the immune system, and we talk about the joint cavities. We go deeper into the immune system. We start to go after old viruses, and then in the end, we work on candida and heavy metals. Now, there's a lot of influencers out there. There's a lot of programs who will sell you a candida cleanse, but that's like way up here. Like you have to start down low. Candida, Lyme, mold, all of that is way up here. We have to do this very systematically in order for it to succeed, in order for it to be sustainable, to really turn that terrain around into a healthy person. So yes, I do work with fragile, chronically ill, with Lyme, with mold, and everybody starts here. Everybody starts with this foundation. If you are if you are unsure of that, if you want more one-to-one coaching, more one-to-one work, we can incorporate that. So, or you can come in if you're local and just do the whole thing one-to-one. Or within that group setting, if you've got tests you want to go over, labs, to get more personal outside of our weekly group meeting, then you just add in those one-to-one visits. It's super slick. And that can be done all online, whether you live here and you're local or whether you're, from some different area. We do this work all together. In a group, your accountability is there. The healing energy is there. It just works exponentially better when we heal in a community and you don't feel isolated and you don't feel alone. So I have been revamping the program every graduation, every year. I take what's working and enhance it, and I pull back what doesn't seem to be serving us. So it's evergreen. You can start any time. So now, that being said, not everybody is going to commit to doing that program. I get that. And I'm not going to refuse to help you. So we also have smaller ways that you can come into this, or you can do some parasite work. And I always recommend doing it around the full moon. There are good reasons for that. It's got your serotonin and your melatonin. Like, things change just like the moon and the tide. These are naturally occurring things. Again, it's not voodoo. Is the creator's signs in the heavens. Again, if you're a female and everything's working right and you're not full of endocrine disruptors, females, whether you're a human species or animal species, are cycling with those moons, either ovulating or menstruating on the new and full moons. So let's look at a couple of products. Again, no matter what, if you walk in the door and you ask us about a parasite cleanse, I'm going to say, are you pooping? You do not want to be you will back up your system. So, like, the colon is at the bottom here. And if that's not open, if you're not pooping good, you're going to leak out your lymphatics, you're going to puff up, you're going to get skin issues. So, number one, that's got to be happening. Now, if you have got autoimmune disease, if you've got a history of cancer, if you're on multiple medications and you've got diagnoses, you're not the kind of person who should just be playing around with parasite cleansing. You're better off not to do it if you're not going to do it right. If you're not going to do that 4-month foundation, okay? Like, I feel so strongly about that because you can make it worse. Autoimmune conditions, like, your body's not attacking yourself, it's trying to clean something out that should not be there. So if you've already got that diagnosis, there was years and years and years and years of toxins, of parasites, of buildup of bad things in your body, or that disease wouldn't have happened. So I just want to be really clear on that. Can I tie your hands and prevent you from doing things that I wouldn't recommend? No. Like, you're human. You're going to do what you're going to do. So I am going to show you a couple options. Now, if you're online and you're wondering where can I buy these products, you can go to my website and go under affiliates. And for the Cellcore, you can go down and find Cellcore. For the other things, you can go down to FullScript, and you click on that, create a free account, and I've got some protocols in there. So there are some things you'll have access to. There are some directions. I want to make sure that have that you're set up right. Whether you sat down with me and done a one-on-one or you're in my programs, I still don't want you just out there winging it, right? All right, so let's talk about Cellcore is my favorite, so we're going to talk about that first. They do have a kit, and they call it the Parakit. Again, if you just popped in, I consider this maintenance after you've already done the Great Health Reset, after you've already done my foundational 4. But if you want to wing it, because you can, we'll sell it to you that way. The Parakit it's lovely. It comes with directions. So it's got a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced. So you decide where you fit in. If you've done the 4-month foundation, you can hit this advanced for sure. Now, these are the manufacturer's recommendations. I myself rarely go, it's not in my credentials to go outside of the manufacturer's recommendations. So I love that. I love that the company tells you how and when you can push it. Then on the back, it shows you, like, the full moon is right in the middle. And then the advanced is going to be a week long. The beginners is just 3 days, the intermediate. So you're going to decide. You decide where you're at. This kit comes with, of course, a binder. If you've heard about parasite cleansing, you know there's always a binder involved. The Cellcore's biotoxin binder is always going to be my favorite. It's a smart binder. It's activated charcoal is like a Ford Tempo or something. Like, if you think of an old junky car, that's like what activated charcoal is. The Cellcore binders are like the Cadillac. They are the upgraded version. You can take them with your other supplements. Activated charcoal, we all know that it will also, like, take away the good as well as erase or absorb the bad. Activated charcoal only works in the gut. So the biotoxin binder is full body, is cellular, and is not going to bind to your nutritional supplements. So, love biotoxin binder. This is a great one to have in your cupboard. If somebody gets the flu or whatever, you hit the binder, and all of a sudden, those symptoms are gone because did we actually catch anything or was our body loosening something, right? So, you get the biotoxin binder, you get a para one, and you get para two. These two can be taken together and they're always taken on an empty stomach. Mimosa pudica is a really neat product. Para 2 really helps with rogue bacteria or bacteria that you don't want in your stomach or intestine. So these two are taken in combination according to the directions, according to what level you picked. So at the beginner level, it's 2 of each twice a day. At the intermediate, it's 4 of each twice a day. At the advanced, it's 6 of each twice a day. So you pick by according to the manufacturer's directions. And then you also get Para 3. Para 3, which is an awesome product. It is liquid. It is pretty strong tasting. So we usually just put it in a shot glass, dilute it in some water with however many drops your instructions tell you to take. Para 3 is neat. You can also use it topically, like if you get a weird bug bite, put a little bit of it on the Band-Aid pad and stick it on there. It really helps mitigate the bug bite. It just calms it down, prevents infection. It's a great product. So this is the Para Kit. It comes in a nice box. Just like this. If you want to order the product online, I would really appreciate it if you don't just go to their website. Go to my website, go under affiliate tab, and then find Cellcore. We do all of our customers that come in the store, we do register them for a Cellcore account as well as a full script account to make things a little bit easier. Now, a few other things, like again, these are if you walk in the store, they're not available online. You can call. Use the landline. It's all over our website. Call us up. We do ship. But like I said earlier, my website carrier decided they don't want to play nice with me anymore. So you have to call the old-fashioned way until maybe I'll do Shopify or something, but I can't say when I'll get that built. So other cool things that we have, walk in the store or call. We have got this nifty product. So can you see it? Let me see the glare. There. So this kind of stuff is the kind of thing that will get me in trouble on social media. So you know it's good, right? Call the store. It is some over-the-counter dewormer that is human grade. And again, for me, this is not for the casual person doing a parasite cleanse. This is beefing up your program. So you want more information, pick up the phone and give us a call. Other things we do a lot, we talk a lot about kids. When in doubt, come in. I work with kids. Do a bioenergetic scan so we can see where the target is. We can see what the target is. Kids, kids can be difficult. Like, well, one, how are you going to get this stuff in them, right? And two, kind of age 3 is kind of that sweet spot with their immune system that it kind of kicks in, so they just quit getting sick all the time, for one thing, and you can feel a little bit more relaxed when you're doing cleansing and things like that. So we a couple of products that are super gentle and kid friendly are like these from they are homeopathy. So homeopathy, the body will never hurt itself, but the homeopathy is kind of reminding the body to go find these things and take care of them. We know that biofilms hide. These things hide in biofilms. They hide from our immune system. So the homeopathy is like pulling back the biofilm and letting the immune system in to do its job. So they are extremely, they're way more gentle. Now, can a person get still like some weird rash or some reactions or some colon cramps? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. All of that can happen when you're evacuating. When you're telling these things they no longer get to live in your body. Drainage tone is another one of our favorites. And then this line, energetics, they not only have homeopathy, they also have herbal blends. So like this Para-V blend is a is got wonderful ingredients for adults or kids. You've got your black walnuts, you've got your wormwood, your golden seal, clove, all of those things that we all know are good for parasites evacuation anyway. So depending on your delivery system, like what you need, adult or otherwise, these things can be added in combination. And again, um, if you want personal advice, you have to come in and see me. You have to sit down, become a client. We'll do some scans. We'll see what your system is ready for. Now, if you just walk it off the street, you're brave, you want to buy this stuff, that's fine. Like we're here for that. We'll sell it to you. Others that we've got, like this is a much more budget friendly product than the Cellcore. The Cellcore is the best, absolutely best, and it's got a professional price tag. So this blend has got wormwood, black walnut, papaya, and pumpkin, and it is 24 bucks a bottle. So this one is much more budget friendly, and we're here. We're here for you. We're here to meet you where you're at and try to match your budget. Another line that we really love is from Azure. So Azure Standard is a company that we use for food. We have a food truck that stops in, and they've got a professional line of products that is pretty budget friendly and top quality as well. So, like this one again is a para product. They're kind of looking more at your gut. So those bigger guys, again, the same ingredients. You're going to see the clove. Um, well, this one's a little bit different. It's got olive leaf, it's got garlic, it's got hyssop, and red algae, which I would say would be more of the binder. So that's a great product. We have different binders too on different levels. Cellcore is always going to be my favorite, but we've got different binders. This is a cool, this is bentonite clay. So that's one that I had always been a little bit skeptic of because I didn't know how much and this and that. So when I found this in a capsule, I really appreciate that. Bentonite clay can be human grade. It can be ingested. It can, like if you're doing detox, even doing clay packs on the bottom of your feet. If you're starting to get acne or breaking out in the face when you're doing detox, bentonite clay is great at helping your body pull those things all the way through, pulling to the surface. We also have got like this brand we like, Dr. Rollins. So this one is candida and yeast, and it's going to be a tincture. What I really like about this company is that they've got the directions by pound. So it's considered kid safe or adult safe, and then it's going to tell you how much to use according to weight. So that's really why I brought this product in, is for those directions and that really specific dosing. I love that. They too have got a liquid parasite blend. Again, same ingredients: black walnut, clove, wormwood, olive, and thyme. So again, with the very specific ingredients. All I have found owning the store, people like choices. So we try to have quite a few choices. Now, then when it comes to real young ones, toddlers, even adults. This is one of my favorite lines. We carry it in the store, so you can find it under affiliates, under my links. And the company is Touchstone Essentials. You'll see a lot of influencers promoting this that are talking about parasites. This kit, this one here is the parasite formula. Then it's got your fulvic and humic, and then it's got zeolite for a binder. So all of it is super easy to use, super kid friendly, and they've got great dosing directions on their website. We sell a lot of this. I use a lot of this in my bioenergetics, and I imprint I imprint your energy into the liquid binders. So it's very specific, really speaks to your immune system and what your body needs. So that is kind of the long and short of this full moon presentation. Um, I want to say, just for clarity, that when I come on live, I'm not giving medical advice. I am not diagnosing, I'm not treating you in particular. We're speaking in general terms of what we know works for a majority of people. So, I, as a holistic root cause practitioner, I never diagnose, I never treat specific conditions. However, I do believe that no matter what is the causation, no matter what is wrong with you, we basically use the same principles to help the body heal any condition, right? We've got to get out what's not supposed to be there. We've got to remove the toxins, get the liver flowing again, address stomach acid, get your digestion improved, work on your mental health and your nervous system regulation, and your body will fix itself. Yeah. And of course, nutrition. We've got to clean up the diet and get you eating whole foods again. And nobody's that special that this won't work for, that this will not improve your outcomes. Is it easy? No, no. Is it cheap? No. Will it happen in 30 days? No, it won't. And this isn't what we do here at Awaken Wellness. There's nothing about it that is temporary. It is completely a lifestyle revolution in order to keep the health you find. You can lose it way easier than you achieved it by going back to your old ways, by slacking off. Now, are you always going to have to take, 6 supplements for the rest of your life? We hope not. We hope not. Not if you have learned how to use food as medicine. And once the body is initially cleaned up, when you go into maintenance, hopefully, no, you won't need a bunch of supplements for the rest of your life. But when you first come into it, it's going to be a long year. The hard part is not giving up. The habits are hard to change. It's so easy to get discouraged and slip back into your old ways that got you sick. I I believe with all of my heart that you are not your generational health history. I believe that you can rewrite your outcomes. I hear so many people say, well, grandma had type 2 diabetes, so I'll probably have it. Grandma had breast cancer. My mom had breast cancer, so I'll probably have it. When we say things like that, we don't realize that we're quantumly calling in those fears. I'm here to ultimately help you feel empowered to reprogram your thinking, your stinking thinking, and to feel like you're not just going to be subject to whatever is your health history. Um, can we always undo all these things? Is it a definite thing that you're going to be able to fix this with my help? No, it's not promised. Nothing's promised. But at the end of the day, or at the end of your years, at least you will know that you did your best to do right for your earthly vessel, to do right with the house that the good Lord gave you to take care of. And we just try to wake up every day doing the best we can, making the best choices that we can. Will we fail? Yes. Hell yes, we will fail. But the important part is that we get back up together and we focus on the wins. We shake off the losses so we don't operate in guilt and shame. We don't want to be motivated by toxic shame, by guilting ourselves into do the right thing. We really have a really cool way of peeling back the next layer of self-love. So there's so many layers. When we talk about holistic healing, the whole you, the sum of your body parts, your mind, your emotions. We have to bring all of that in and work on every piece of you to sustain real change, and change that's not only going to change your trajectory, but it's going to change your bloodline's trajectory, right? So maybe when your kids or your grandkids go into the doctor and they take your health history, you'll be able to be like me when I can go in and say, yeah, my grandparents, they did have cancer, they had strokes, but you know what? My parents, my mom and dad are, well, 18 years older than me, and they have never been on a prescription, like a routine, regular prescription. That's that's a straight miracle. Like, that's a big deal. So we can change these things, right? Wouldn't it be cool if your grandkids can go into the doctor and say, you know, my grandma, she was on some high blood pressure medication, but she stopped eating junk food. She did this, she did that, and she was no longer on any medications. So it's not only your story that you're telling, it's the rest of the story. It's your generational story. So I'm here to work with you. There's so many ways that you can get a hold of me. The easiest, pick up the phone and give us a call. We would love that. We have an old-fashioned landline. That's right. Or you can go to my website, awakenwellnessllc.com, and just I've got a new chat bot on there, so I've been working on building that. Nurse Tanya AI. Have a chat, take a quiz, or get in one of our free resources or our free challenges. Please keep in mind that every like, every share, every follow helps. And that is how you tip a small business these days. Have a good one, and I'll see you next week.